and go.
It's the start of the new year, but the podcast continues here at Who the Heck Are We? So your fearless foursome is back after a lengthy Christmas break. So I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas vacation and of course New Year celebration with your family or friends. We do have to cut down with the weight. I know that we've been to one too many handaans during the Christmas break, but 2021 is promising. It has just started. And that being said, we are going to start with our first episode for 2021. So
Heck,
Pangalawa
first
na,
things first.
number 2.
So I wasn't there on the first
January 1
episode.
kami.
Sorry.
first episode mo, Lance.
Ayan. So hope the three of you are doing well. Ayan.
yeah, we're okay naman.
I hope that your plans and your goals for 2021 will be attained despite the ongoing pandemic that we are still dealing with.
Sana, hopeful.
And speaking of the pandemic, we all know that a lot of things have been canceled in 2020. Our personal plans, travel, to start something, or to go with friends to a vacation destination. And more importantly, sports has been canceled generally in 2020. There have been some major sports who continued with their own respective bubbles. But in general, sports has been shut down in 2020. And now that we are transferring to a new year, we are hoping that those that have been canceled last year will be able to push through this year. So that's what we are going to talk about this evening. What are the sporting events that we look forward to in this year? And of course, fearless forecast. So we are going to gaze at our own crystal balls and try to give predictions on who will win titles, who will win MVPs, or all sorts of predictions or forecasts that we can think of. So kami po ay magiging manghuhula for today and also fans as well because as always, who the heck are we? We are always sports by heart. So, 2020 done finally. It's like a Jumanji type of year. There's always a twist. So we look forward to 2021. I mean, the pandemic is still there, pero at least it's more manageable now.
Yes.
We know how to deal with it better, and there's a promise of a vaccine. But that being said, so we expect more sports, more sporting events to happen. Ayan.
It's true, that's true.
Let's just go around the table siguro. Siguro like 2 or 3 answers. Like, what are the sporting events for 2021 that you can't wait to happen? And siguro bakit? Ayan.
Okay. Sige. I'll start. Sige, I could
Go
start.
ahead.
Sige.
Mm.
Actually, I have 4.
Mhm.
I have 4. Well, we just saw that the PBA was a success, during 2020 bubble, during the 2020 season. So their bubble was pretty, successful. So I would like to see the PBA, and my wish list for the event is to have uh, minimal crowds for the PBA. You know, uh, it was different. Parang it was watching a high school game minsan sa PBA, no? So but now I wish and I'm praying that we get to have bums in the seats of Araneta or even MOA even though it's like minimal lang. So yun. And then number 2 is the UAAP and NCAA. If you hear the squeaking sound, that's my puppy.
Yes.
Wait. This is my puppy playing.
There's a very cute interruption.
There's a cute look at that. Hello. So he's playing with a squeaky toy.
Maybe he's excited with the sports in
I'm
2021.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Oo nga. So the UAAP NCAA season, I want to see that. And I'll be connecting my fearless forecast later with the UAAP NCAA. My third is the Olympics. I really want that to happen. Although I just read prior to coming into this podcast is that the residents of Japan do not want to have or hold the Olympics in Japan this year because of the fear of the pandemic. And my fourth is the Suzuki Cup. Yeah, I could see Claro go woo. Yeah, so
Yay, please.
I want. So those are the four. The crowds in the PBA, UAAP, NCAA, the Olympics, and the Suzuki Cup. Because in the states we could already see in overseas we could see the cricket happening. We could see NBA is happening and NHL, MLB, and the American football happening. But here in the Philippines, yun, crowds in the PBA, UAAP, and NCAA season, and the Suzuki Cup and Olympics. Yun. So those are my four events that I want to happen. I pray that it happens in 2021.
Okay. How about you, Jay?
Sakto yun. Kung ano yung sinabi ni Claudia, I want them all to happen. Pero dagdagan ko ng dalawa yun. The first that I will add is also involves basketball. Would it be nice that we're going to see Asian basketball here in the Philippines as well? Well, darating na yung FIBA sa February, di ba? Tuloy na tuloy ang Clark bubble ng FIBA. Pero you have to remember that 2021 will also be the year na mag-uumpisa ang 2023 World Cup qualifiers. Sa November, may window game na ulit tayo. So there's gonna be a home game. Di pa lang natin alam kung sino makakalaban natin because kailangan pa natin matapos yung FIBA Asia Cup ng August na mangyayari sa Indonesia. So either way, magkakaroon ulit ng home game sa Pilipinas sana ng November. Depende pa sa scheduling yan. Pero once those FIBA games come back dito sa Pilipinas, may crowd na. Ang saya nun. Sabay-sabay ulit nagsisigaw ng laban Pilipinas yan. How fun is that, diba?
I haven't heard that in a long time.
And the second sport is for sure, nami-miss din ni Lance to, volleyball, diba? How fun would it be pag bumalik ang volleyball, diba Lance?
Yeah, exciting. Social media will be filled with
Oo.
it again.
Balik ang mga Becky ng social media sa volleyball. Iingay ulit.
The Warriors will be alive once again.
Oo. So those are my two.
JJ fans. Oh my God.
Oo.
Okay lang yan. Go.
Ako naman siguro with events. I think there's F1. I'm still so hyped even though they crammed F1 into 6 months this year. That was so fun. I'll save my prediction for later, but things get heated up. Like, okay, we know Lewis Hamilton will win, but there's a scrap in the middle, in the midfield. So there's so much hype about third place because the involvement there is prize money. So that the on-track passing, that's for budget for next year. That's what makes it so thrilling for me. To add to everyone, I'm also so excited. Can't wait. AFC Champions League, International Football, AFC Club Football, AFC Champions League, AFC Cup. Kaya will be in the Champions League preliminaries. If they don't get through, they'll play in the AFC Cup. United City FC will be the first Filipino team to play in the group stage of the AFC Champions League. And just to show how big this tournament is, that's why I'm so excited. It's nice how you see that inclusivity, everything's connected in football tournaments because the winner of AFC Champions League goes to the World Cup. That's why you get to see the connection here. It's not just some dead-end tournament. And I'm looking forward to the World Cup qualifiers. The Ascos are in third, and we have a chance to finish and advance to the next round. And that's already progress from last year. So I hope we get to continue that despite momentum possibly getting stopped. And then, ayun, what Claudia said, Suzuki Cup also. I just can't
I have
wait
a question, Claro.
Go
Ang
ahead, sir.
AFC Champions League ba is home and away then?
Supposedly, yes.
Oo.
Supposedly. Pero looks like they'll be having a bubble per group. So maybe Group A will be in one country, Group B in another country. So, of course, it would be better to see them play in Rizal or wherever
Will
at
it be
home.
fun, di ba?
I miss watching games already in Rizal, international football. So if we get to see these on TV and see our local teams, I'd be really happy.
Okay, well said. Yeah. Basically, AFC yata is like UEFA but for Asia.
Oh, the UEFA equivalent,
Yes.
I was about to say. Oo.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, I am a sports fan, so I'm very thrilled and excited with everything that you mentioned. Pero dadagdagan ko lang siya ng tatlo. Una, Super Bowl. It will be in February. So, playoff
Lapit na yun.
next Saturday. This Saturday. Yun, playoffs na. So,
Playoffs na. Oo.
so ano na, basagan na ng muka technically. Kasi,
The wild card.
wild card, divisionals, and then the championship and the bowl. Ayan. So,
Tampa Bay. Delikadingding ang Tampa Bay.
regardless of who's in, Tom Brady is still playing.
Oo.
So, napatunayan na po natin na vampira si Tom Brady dahil naglalaro pa rin siya ng football at a hype. Number 1. Number 2, football. Na-cancel kasi last year, so Euro 2020. So, it will be conducted this year.
Yun din.
Euro, yan. So, more international football for us. So, aside
Ay,
from
isa pa, sorry. SEA Games, meron pa.
SEA Games. So, yan yung
Vietnam.
I was about to say.
Okay, sorry.
Tama naman. Ayun. Ang bilis lang ng turnover kasi parang we were just in Clark or like in different venues in the Philippines and then 2 years after, nasa Vietnam na. So, ang bilis ng turnover. Pero, gaya nga ng sabi ni Claro, yeah, very excited for your SEA Games. Hoping that the medals that we've won in 2019 ma-defend. If not, well, sana madagdagan. Wishful thinking. But as always, we have a good showing when it comes to SEA Games, and I would just like the Philippines to be competitive in 2021. Top 3 would be nice out of the 11 nations in terms of the medal tally. Kasi alam mo naman may mga hocus-pocus talaga when you host the SEA Games eh. In there. Okay. No, let's not deny. Meron talaga. Pero yun, that said, I hope that the Philippines will still finish at top 3.
Maganda kaya yung cauldron ng Vietnam.
Sulit yung sa kanila, no?
Yung straw hat na banaliktad. Ganun yung tsura, para talagang Vietnamese yung vibe. So,
Ang tanong magkano?
Gano'n pa palitan ng Vietnam to, di ba pag pumunta ka ng Vietnam from Philippines, milyonaryo kapag dating mo doon?
Ganun ba?
Indonesia,
I think,
oo.
parang Indonesia, Japan sila eh. Walang no cents. So things are in the thousands.
So, ang taas ng inflation. Parang gano'n.
Kasi yata ang palitan pumunta ka doon. Kaya yun yung those who travel, sabi nila, milyonaryo na ako pagdating sa Vietnam. Anyway, so aside from events na nabanggit natin, marami pa talagang mangyayari in 2021 as far as sports. Kasi babawi nga tayo from 2020. So PBA, nagbabalak na magkaroon ng 2 conferences. PVL might go in a bubble sa Laguna, sa Inspire. PSL, gusto nilang bakunahan yung kanilang mga players to be able to conduct a tournament as well. And all sorts of local and international tournaments will happen. And sa dinami-dami ng events na yan, ng tournaments na yan, I would like to put all of us in the spot. Okay? So, in a way, analyst na rin naman tayo because
Ano yung matutuloy? Ano yung matutuloy?
Let's give siguro each one like 5 of your most fearless forecast for 2020. So it could be someone winning a title, it could be a team winning a championship, or a country, or ayan. So since nahuli kanina, so we'll start with Claro. This part of the segment.
Okay, so 5, di ba? I think all of us need 6 because there's 1 given. Gold medal tayo sa SEA Games basketball kung may event. Pero mukhang mandatory sport naman yun. It's a mandatory sport. So they have to play it if the SEA Games will push through in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
But do I just run through all my 5 right now?
Yeah, and then just give so I.
Okay. So Lewis Hamilton will win the title, F1.
Again?
Yes, again. But here's the thing. He hasn't officially signed his contract this year. So, if he doesn't sign with Mercedes, I'm confident George Russell will replace him because he's in their ecosystem. If
Saan
Lewis
pupunta si Lewis Hamilton?
free agent, wala na.
Ah,
Sabbatical. So, if Lewis doesn't sign, George will win the title. Whoever drives the number one car of Mercedes, and it is not the car, both drivers are really very capable. George Russell is the next generation of Lewis Hamilton
How old is
in
he?
Great Britain. George, he's in his
Yeah.
20s.
Wow.
No 20s. I forgot the age, how the age already. Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton is burned up.
The situation is money.
Uh-huh.
Because they saw that they could pay George Russell peanuts compared to Lewis Hamilton. But George will drive us well.
Mhm.
Wow.
Even
Kala
better
ko
in the
vampiro
years to
din si
come.
ano. Kala ko vampiro din si Lewis Hamilton.
Sorry?
Lewis
Kala ko vampiro din eh.
he's 36.
He's 36, yes.
Sabagay, oh.
Look like it, pero he's 36.
But
He's-
Oh,
he started when he was like 18 or
He
that's the day he
started
started when he was a teenager eh.
parang
F1.
young. He was very young when he first started.
Oo.
He started in 2007, 14 years. So, 22 years old siya when he was a rookie.
So para siyang si Lebron. Para siyang,
Sort of. But the
Oo.
F1 rookies now are even younger. But since Lewis came and in 2007, I still see him as like that guy who's not old eh. You know, hindi na rookie, hindi na siya sobrang matanda. I'm used to seeing him as that 25, 27-year-old. But anyway, Lewis Hamilton will win the title. Yes.
Okay.
Number 2, their lineup keeps getting chipped away. Players are moving to Thailand. I think Shraki, I think is not sure if he's coming back. UCFC, I still think they're gonna win PFL because they still have good pieces in their existing team. And they will be able to attract talent to help them pick up that other title. And again, they are playing in AFC. So let's say they do AFC earlier this year. If PFL starts mid-year or later in the calendar, by then, they'll sort out their teething issues. Okay na chemistry nila. So that will be their advantage. So I say they're gonna win PFL again. Number 3, LAFC will win MLS Cup. These guys are the LA Clippers kasi in Major League Soccer. They're the new team. Galaxy is the old team, the older team in the block. So LAFC made the finals of their version of Champions League in CONCACAF. Let's just say that's for Central America for everyone. But they choked, I think, in MLS in 2019. They lost the Western Conference Finals to Seattle. But I think with it been there, done that experience, their team will be able to sort things out now and win the MLS Cup. Number 4, I think Messi will stay in Barca. He's just gonna be fine as that old man being a mentor and will stop ring chasing, glory hunting.
He
Parang
wants to
hindi
go to the
okay.
States. Was that him that he said he wants to go to the States?
I forgot. Ozil is going to Turkey.
Who? Ozil. Yeah, Ozil's
Ozil,
going to Turkey. Yeah.
He had links to MLS also.
Yeah, he had
which
links
is-
to MLS. Yeah.
Yeah,
Messi might go to America.
But yeah, that's what I read. But Ozil of Arsenal is moving to Turkey. Back to his hometown.
roots, yes. No, but again, when these stars are in the USA, it's a bit easier to watch them. MLS tickets are cheaper. It's easier to travel to the States as compared to Europe. So I hope the vaccine's there. And maybe other stars go to the US so we can watch them play in what they call retirement home.
Just
But
like
yes,
what's
them-
his name? Wayne
yes.
Rooney. Wayne Rooney.
Ayun.
did-
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored from the half line.
Yeah. Gosh. Oh my god.
Okay, number 5, San Miguel will win this year because Junmar will be back daw. Kung dalawang conference, 2 wins. Kung isang conference lang, okay, San Miguel will win. I know they're looking to move pieces here and there because the current core is old. If they stick with the current core and Junmar is there, they will win. If they get a new core, I still think they will sort out chemistry and will win. There you go. That's my 5 this year, and we will revisit this in December. No,
Yeah.
Pwede.
We'll see
Oo.
who's gonna be turned into a meme, who called it, who has a crystal ball. So that's my 5 forecasts, Lance.
Pwede.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a strong forecast, Claro. So, I guess you'll get majority of it, if not all. Yeah. So,
Baka safe. Baka safe.
You ano ka, you're the ones that people go to if they want to be safe and feel good about themselves,
if ever Claro gets all 5 right, then he can build his own like fortune telling
Uh,
service already.
sports and
Spin-off natin.
So,
4 of us.
pumipila na sa kanya yung mga gusto magpahula because he
Correct.
Oo.
na yun.
Parang si Paul the Octopus. Oh, yan, okay.
Hold on, octopus. Yan. Jay, yan.
Oh,
Next in line. So, 5
sige.
forecast.
Habang nasa daan ako, ang first prediction ko, kung sabi ni Claro kanina, San Miguel will win one. I say it's the year of the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. They'll win one. Hindi lang natin alam kung anong conference. Pero
Or baka
in relation to Phoenix winning a championship, bold prediction ko for this year, Matthew Wright will win an MVP.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys agree.
Well,
well, he did show his stuff during the bubble.
mhm.
He's going there.
And he has a chance of winning the best player of the conference.
Yeah, he does have a chance.
Yeah, definitely he has a chance.
And that will depend on whether the Junmar that will return is the old Junmar or like the Junmar.
That will be a factor.
Buti nga nasabi mo,
So-
Sir Jay. Because Jason Perkins might unfollow our page on Instagram.
si Jason, ano yan? He's gonna be included. He's gonna be included in the All PBA team. Pero I see this, it's the year of the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. They will win at least one this year, 2021. Going again to basketball, my third prediction, or sabihin natin second prediction ko na to kasi related sa Phoenix yung first prediction. Second prediction, gustong-gusto ni Claudia to. The Lakers will repeat.
Yay!
I'm
I don't
gonna
mind.
mute you and kick you out of this this podcast.
I don't mind. Mahina yung Rockets eh.
The Lakers will repeat.
Kala ko Clippers.
LAFC
Layo
na lang.
naman, layo naman.
Hey, who the heck are you?
Pero in fairness naman sa gustong palabasin ng perspective ni Claudia, it's too early to tell.
Yes.
Diba? You
Very-
can see the Brooklyn Nets, how that amazing team that they have, they're still struggling. Diba? And all that time na hindi naglaro yung Kyrie Irving tsaka Kevin Durant, doon pa sila nanalo ng malaki against the Sixers, ha?
Ouch.
So how odd was that? So it's too early to tell. So yun pa lang ang prediction ko so far against sa NBA, the Lakers will repeat. It's written in the sand. It's written in the stone. Di na mabubura yun.
Una.
So third one is related sa Olympics, sa state ng Pilipinas. I think Yumir Marshall, the pro boxer, that's just third, was still an Olympic stint, pero nag-pro na siya. He'll win a medal. Yumir Marshall will win a medal.
Okay yan. Yeah. Boxing, medal.
Kasi naging maganda na yung training niya. He was excellent in his pro debut. So it is something na mababaon niya papunta sa Olympics, since hindi pa naman ganun katagal yung transition niya from amateur to professional. So hindi pa siya mahihirapan mag-maintain nung weight niya all throughout that Olympic tournament.
Okay pa, nag-high level training kasi for pro eh, 'di ba?
Yes, oo. So sanay pa yung katawan niya na i-maintain yung certain weight niya, yung weight limit niya pagdating sa Olympics.
I'm excited
That's
for
my
that.
third. My fourth one, nakalimutan ko sabihin to, pero related sa basketball to. Pero malalaman natin yung sagot nito after ng February. Will beat Korea. At least one. Gilas will beat Korea at least one time dito sa taon na to.
Back-to-back ba laro? Provided back-to-back
Might be sa
yung laro?
qualifiers. It might be sa Asia Cup. If we are able to cross paths with them sa Asia Cup sa August. Pero one thing's for sure, we're gonna beat Korea at least once this year.
Okay.
That's what I feel. And panglima, this is the most far-fetched one, pero the chances of happening, I don't discount it. We're going to see a volleyball match that features the Creamline Cool Smashers versus F2 Logistics Cargo Movers.
Ooh. Lasal Ateneo na naman, pero pro.
That's
Pwede
big.
lang, di ba? Medyo,
Posible ang Revisco. It
it
could happen.
looks so far-fetched right now, but the possibility of happening is not that hindi ka ko imposible.
All that must happen is for Palu and Mr. Huico to look in the eye, to express that they want to unify at least for 1 week to play matches, inter-matches. Yun. That alone is hard to do, by the way. Pero
I'm keeping my fingers on it. Pero something tells me it will happen.
it's possible kasi parang PVL doesn't have a leverage right now because they don't have a mother network to begin with. So that's why they're talking with TV5 and GMA7 to air the games eventually. So they are in talks. So if ever they go to TV5, so do you have a PSL and a PVL? TV5 will have some sort of preferential treatment to the PSL because they've been together for years. The PVL becomes like second tier, ganyan. Ganyan yung tingin ko. Although there's a lot of transfers here and there, pero it's possible that it will happen. Posibleng mangyari yan.
It will happen. But yun yung pinaka-bold prediction ko. We can go back to this episode and you can say I'm wrong. Pero man, that's a dream. Diba?
We'll have a super league talaga, no?
Especially
Merge.
line is getting all of the top players. Like,
Oo. Pero imagine F2
Two.
versus Creamline. You have Alimaw, Abby Maranyo, Aragala, Kim Fajardo versus Alyssa Valdez.
Kalimaw,
Tapos may trash talk pa.
yung
Yeah.
we don't know yet if she will return. So,
And then the mascot, which mascot are we gonna use? They're gonna use, yan.
I guess they'll, Rebisco will sponsor. So,
Oo.
to win.
Anyways, yun.
So, yan.
Aray.
Yeah, predictions from Jay, especially the Creamline F2. Oh, who wouldn't want that? So,
Can I jump in real quick?
go ahead.
Sir Jay saying that na Creamline versus F2 sa volleyball, no? Parang nagka-carry over yung Lasal Ateneo. That reminds me before PBL, Ateneo Pioneer, and then they'd be going up against ICTSI Archers.
Parang ganon. Yes.
Reminds me of that. And I remember they filled up Makati Coliseum before.
PL days. Oo.
Yeah, it's a throwback. All right.
Yeah, as always, given that there's Alyssa Valdez dun sa match na yon, it will always have a packed house. Okay. And then, of course, F2 has his own legion. So, ano yan, kulang ang San Juan, ang Phil Oil.
Kulang din sila sa
Araneta
parking.
level matchup yan.
Ito yun. Atleta pa. Ganyan.
Kulang sila
Oo.
sa parking. Yun.
So, interesting predictions from Sir J. De La Cruz, who is cruising. J. De La Cruz on a cruise. So,
Aurora Boulevard.
I could see the LRT, MRT actually. I was gonna say, are you Rodriguez at the Aurora Boulevard? I could see.
Aurora Boulevard.
There you go.
yeah.
I'm currently at Aurora Boulevard right now approaching Gilmore.
Ah.
So yung mga gustong kumidnap sa akin, you're 1 week late.
Mag-aabang sila dyan tapos they'll be disappointed.
Oo.
Okay, Claudia, it's your turn. Give your
So it's funny because Jay and I have almost the same because I did. I'll just I'll just say the ones that I agree with KJ. We will beat Korea once. That was one, and then there was another one.
Lakers will repeat.
No, heck no, dude. What? Never.
Pwede. That's a check for you though if you say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. Never, never, never.
All right.
Okay. So mine fearless forecast. San Miguel will win the All Filipino. Uh, and MVP was Fajardo. I did think of Matthew Wright. I did think of him. I was going to write Matthew Wright. But I say Fajardo will win another MVP and San Miguel will win All Filipino. So that's number one. Number two, Atlanta Braves will win the World Series. Yeah, because
Oh, sure, kaya nila.
yeah, they were so close.
Close.
They were so close. But I think they're strong enough now. They got
Sabagay, in Lance's word, di ba, the Dodgers did not become the Dodgers on time na yun, di ba?
yeah. But the Braves are gonna win because I think they got a good pitcher recently. No, and see Freddie Freeman, he's doing so much better now. He was the MVP, so I think he's still gonna cruise along and finish off what they didn't finish 2020. So that's number two. Number three would be LaSalle back in the Final Four. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put LaSalle as the Final Four. In fact, I predict that they're gonna be in the finals. Imagine
Oh.
Arnell together with Non. Aray! My puppy bit me. Sorry. That means it's a yes. That means it's a yes.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So
Pero,
Mark Nonoy will be there. He could play. So imagine their backcourt. Oh, right.
You blink and you're gone.
You blink and damn, that's right. So they're gonna be in the final four. So that's my third. Is that my third?
pero, real quick. So, kung magpa-finals lang ang Lasal, sino magcha-champion?
Either it's gonna be Ateneo Lasal yan. So I know malakas yung Ateneo because of Dwight Ramos. Eh.
As Dwight Ramos will be there.
Yeah.
With
Dwight
that.
Ramos is still there. So yon. Number 4 is NBA related. The Sixers. I'm just a prediction naman to, no? The Sixers will go to the finals.
Sino magcha-champion?
Wala. The champion.
The Sixers will go to the finals though they lost to Brooklyn earlier without.
Yeah, because wala si Seth Curry kasi nag-positive pala siya. Right? And they
Matisse Thybulle na lang to the rescue. Sana.
yeah, ganda ng defense niya against Charlotte nung the other day. Against Washington Wizards the other day.
But
Okay.
as a fantasy basketball player though, kulang siya sa stats.
Yeah,
I can
but if you watch him, he's
yes, of course.
yeah, the last quarter of Wizards Sixers, na lockdown niya he locked down Bradley Beal.
Intangibles eh.
Hindi siya fantasy basketball eh. Yung worth niya sa team goes beyond the points, rebounds, steals, assists.
Correct.
Iba.
Yes,
Intangibles.
correct, I agree.
Diba? He's such a big asset, that guy. If you watch him, what an asset. See,
Watch him and watch his vlogs.
yeah, he's amazing. So that's and then NBA related also MVP Luka Doncic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doncic.
Yeah.
Pogi, napaka-pogi nun. Mag-MVP yung pogi na yun.
Yeah.
Hindi si LeBron.
Oh, pogi din naman si LeBron, di ba? Dapat silang dalawa.
You know, it's like I don't like LeBron and I don't like the Lakers, so kaya double whammy ang Lakers sa akin.
Again,
No, I won't dispute the Luka Doncic prediction.
Yeah, right.
eh,
I like Luka. I love Luka.
Right? He's
Napapadig ako kay Luka.
yeah.
is mo
You
the-
heard it here first.
Yeah. That's you were saying?
no other dominant scorer in Dallas eh. So he can easily put up 30, 40. So that is credibility or his case to be MVP eh.
That's correct. And then my next prediction, which is gonna be soon, the Sportsmanship Award of the PBA will go to Calvin Abueva.
Oh, wow.
360, I know, 180-degree turnaround si
180.
Calvin. No?
That's my fifth fearless forecast. I was gonna say Justin Chua because of what our our guest Jason Perkins mentioned how nice he was.
The nice guy.
Nicest guy, but sportsmanship award for the PBA, Calvin Abueva. Wouldn't that be so awesome? So yun.
Hmm.
So those are
To
my
show, yeah,
Also
it's
throw
not too
in
late to
player of the
change.
year if possible for Calvin. So he's in the running if ever.
yeah, is in the run. But I think either Matthew Wright or Pringle for BBC. But yun, so all Filipino ang San Miguel, connected si Fajardo as MVP. Atlanta Braves World Series champions. Number three is number three. What did I say? Sixers. No, LaSalle in the final four and into the finals, and then Sixers in the finals and Luka Doncic as MVP, and then fifth is Calvin Abueva. I also agreed kasi with Jay in terms of the Olympics. In
Mhm.
fact, I said two. I was gonna say two gold medals. One is the boxing and one is gymnastics.
Not Heidelin.
Heidelin, no. Hindi,
Can we make
boxing.
can we make that
Kaloy Yulo.
three?
Kaloy
No,
Yulo.
Ay,
Yulo.
okay. Yulo,
I have
yes.
something to say about Heidelin. The thing about Heidelin is, although she really did well nung 2016 Rio, one of her opponents had a really bad day. Yung expected gold winner na yan, I believe it was a Chinese lifter,
Yeah.
and really had a bad day. Nung parang off night sa basketball or sa volleyball, off
Mhm.
night niya yung araw ng event na yon. And that's the time na talagang binigay lahat ni Heidelin and it produced her a silver medal. So, ang mangyayari ngayon, sigurado, yung lifter na yon that was about to win that gold, that didn't win any medal, babawi yon this 2021 Tokyo, plus si Heidelin, she has a big target on her back.
Revenge game na pala yun yung isa.
Oo. This is gonna be a revenge game, kaya Heidelin has a lot in
To
her
work
plate.
on. Yeah.
Oo.
I remember
He's in the making.
what Sir Jay said. They were expecting a bronze already with the weight that she lifted on aggregate or cumulative. Then ayun, I think nagkamali yung isa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kaya may unexpected upgrade. But
That's
fair
right.
play pa rin to, of course, Heidelin. Nag-gold in the Asian Games 3 years ago, 2018.
yes. Oo.
So, I think
That's
there's still great momentum. SEA Games
That's the
also.
thing nga. Oh. That's the thing na kaya nagkaroon ng malaking target sa likod si Heidelin kasi everyone was expecting na fluke lang yung fluke lang yung Rio, chamba lang yung Rio.
Yeah.
Pero she had a gold in the Asian Games. Kaya ayan, big deal pala to, sabi ng mga iba. Kaya yan ang sitwasyon ngayon.
She has a chance. She has a chance. She has a big chance.
She has a
Favorite
chance,
up
yes.
there.
She'll still
Oh,
she'll still be in contention.
Yeah. I
it's
believe.
gonna be very, very difficult.
Difficult this time than in 2016 siguro. Ayan. Okay, so 5 questions. So on my end,
Yung sa'yo, ano yung sa'yo?
okay. So
Ano yung sa'yo?
una, Pacquiao will successfully defend his title this year. He will fight.
O yan ang vampira.
He will fight at least one. Why? Because higher aspirations in 2022, and that's campaign strategy if he fights this.
Tsaka fundraising siguro.
So, yeah.
Who knows?
Pero diba, we always put our politicians as heroes eh. So,
Yan ang
Pacquiao winning
fundraising.
sa kanyang credibility when he goes for a higher office next year in 2022.
Michael Buffer calls him the fighting senator, right? Also congressman back then.
Back then. Yeah, the fighting congressman.
Something. Pero I think he will fight once. It's for a title and he will win. I wouldn't bet on it if that it will be a knockout, pero he will win.
So, against two.
Wala pa ba?
Meron na, di ba? Wala.
Kasi McGregor na lang.
Si Gregor na lang.
For the sake of boxing, don't na lang push like McGregor Pacquiao. Destroy of this.
Para masaya, Triple G.
Sobrang laki
Oh
nung
my gosh. GGG?
Sobrang malaking alas Triple G.
sobrang laki nung
No way.
kailangan nilang
Solid
i-compensate. So
middleweight yun eh.
Triple G has to go down and then Pacquiao has to go up a bit. So medyo ano yun.
Mahirap yun.
Mahirap yun.
And Pacquiao
Oo,
climbed,
they would.
had to do a lot to already transition into a welterweight. And normally, he fights at a catchweight, no? Pag welterweight siya.
Sino? Si ano?
Si Pacquiao.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not really a welterweight. He just went up.
The Margarito fight was a catchweight, I believe.
Yeah. Pero
Or ano yan, junior or light middleweight.
no, I guess that's
Oo.
light middleweight. But
Margarito has to go down.
Hmm.
That's the thing.
Went down. Pacquiao went up. Yes.
Pacquiao, that's why they were
Yes.
so in awe, because even though he went up, his speed was still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Normally when you're heavier, your speed is slower. But the fact that he went up na, and then his speed was still fast. Yeah, that's where a lot of people said, wow, ganon.
the speed was evident.
Yeah, the speed was so evident then.
So, sinong kalaban ni Manny? I don't think it will be Crawford or Spence because I believe those two will fight this year also.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
It will be unification. Sa tingin ko maglalaban yung dalawa. Siguro any other contender in the division. Ayan. Will fight him for the title and he will win. I won't say it's a knockout, but he will win. Ayan.
Yung speed ni Pacquiao, I think that was Alex Ariza, who was his trainer way back.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
late 2000s.
Yeah.
They got him to help him bulk up and get even faster, or at least keep his speed. Because I remember reading in the newspaper, maybe the dean wrote the article. Alex Ariza is really that type of strength and conditioning guy. Like, he's the one who whipped Andrew Bynum into shape. Like, he taught him how to swim
Wow.
to improve his conditioning, things like that. But
Right.
that relationship, Pacquiao Ariza's long gone. The second ultimate throwback. So,
Tagal
of
na.
course, it's so different now. Pacquiao setup and everything.
Okay, number 2. So, I see the Dodgers repeating as World Series champions and
Oh,
I see the World Series being Dodgers against Yankees for the World Series. That's how I see it.
I like that. I
Dodgers,
like that.
Yankees. Oh my gosh, really?
Patrahan na.
No offense to Braves, but I think they're the new Dodgers. So already has already gone over the hump. So they've won a title. So they already have the confidence.
So I
So
have to wait for another 2 years in order for me to
like coming up short.
yeah.
And also Tampa Bay, the Rays. So those are the two teams that will come up short. But I still think it's the Dodgers. They're still completed. They still have a Kershaw and they still have the entire infield intact. So
Yeah.
that's difficult to beat. Their defense is really impressive,
Yeah.
especially.
I don't mind the Dodgers. I just don't like the Yankees. I don't mind the Dodgers.
So I think it's but ultimately I think the Dodgers will repeat.
Okay.
And hopefully no player that is COVID positive will celebrate with the team.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Okay.
Number 3, again, so far-fetched predictions. But I guess this has a possibility. Tiger Woods will win a major this year.
That's big.
Ooh.
Will win a major. The Tiger Woods of now is different from the Tiger Woods of like 5 years ago. There's a certain happiness that when he was dominating, he had a certain sense of happiness. Pero when you see him play right now, especially when he played with his son, there's a different aura with him. Parang he rejuvenated his love for golf, pero parang he found something else. And that something else, I couldn't explain it, pero the way he plays, parang it will propel him to win a major this year. One major this year. Ayan. Number 4. So this might get some negative comments or like rebuttals. I think France will win Euro 2020.
I know that. I know that's okay.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
wouldn't be surprised either. Yeah.
Spain won the Euros after the World Cup.
Yeah. This and then France also. And Mbappe is still playing. He's still.
Yes.
He's still good. No, I don't think you got any negative. I think they have a chance.
So I still think that they are the top team in Europe right now. I don't see anybody coming close. There are a lot of great teams, but in terms of like overall composition, it's really tough to beat the French guys right now. So, and number 5. So somebody said Phoenix, somebody said San Miguel, somebody said
Dalawang San Miguel, one Phoenix.
one Phoenix.
Ah.
Ako sa tingin ko Hinebra magcha-champion ulit eh.
I add them as one, pero all Filipino or the import? Kasi dalawang all Filipino. Okay.
Kasi how do I say this? I'm not bullish with the Junmar Fajardo returning. Kasi he'll still be dominant, pero I guess parang he will be like 95% or even 90% of the old Junmar. Plus, everybody got older. And it was evident noong bubble na dikit-dikit yung laro. So, that said, it showed their age. So, and they really don't have a bench pa rin. It's like, first 5 and then, sige, bahala tayo maghugot kung sino nasa bench. Ganyan, to give 5 or 10 minutes. Ganyan. So, I think, balance, confidence, and parang it's hard to bet against Tim Cone. Parang he always finds an extra gear to win. Parang lagi siyang may, ewan ko, siguro merong additional page ng triangle offense na hindi natin alam, na siya lang nakakaalam. Ganyan. Pero he always does that time and time again. So,
He has very good assistant coaches.
yeah.
Yeah.
The crying Richard Del Rosario.
Hi, Coach Richard. Yeah, he has one of this very good coaching staff. Defense, point guard, big man. So nakuha naman niya lahat.
And I guess it helped din na no offense na Slaughter is gone. I don't think he will be back pala. So siguro yun yung prediction 5.5 ko. Slaughter will not be back.
In Ginebra, or he'll be back with PBA but not with Ginebra.
Ayan, in Ginebra. Kasi parang nakita na nila na okay, parang okay naman tayo without him eh. Yung tempo ng laro na gusto nila, they wouldn't be able to do it with Slaughter in. Pero with Japet, nandun yung pace na gusto ni Coach Tim. So it would be difficult to see or to even visualize na makakabalik si Slaughter sa Gin Kings. So, kompleto na sila eh. Kompleto na sila. Sa totoo lang, kompleto na sila.
Lalo na't may kaperal.
Oo. Tsaka si Aljon.
Aljon Mariano. Or baka, prediction, may lumipat dun taga
somewhere.
Somewhere.
Taga somewhere.
Panis.
Baka mapanis yung mga ganun.
Yung kwan.
Yeah. So, yun. But imagine prediction of, ako man, 5, just to add on to yours, imagine if Greg went to San Miguel. Wow. Fajardo, San Miguel. Fajardo and Slaughter.
Yeah, that would be hard to go up against.
Teams might outrun them lang. Yun, no?
Takbo lang ng takbo. Like, Phoenix will have an advantage kasi mabibilis nila.
Yeah. Just imagine the teams who played Kai Soto in Ateneo High School. Ganun na lang siguro, no?
You also have to consider the backcourt of San Miguel is not that young too.
That's what Lance mentioned.
And down there, they are the oldest team in the PBA. That's safe to say.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi all of the first 5 is in their 30s. Tapos si Arwind is like nearing 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 40. He's 40, I think. 39, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you for those predictions, and we'll see if we are.
Balikan natin tong episode na to sa end of year.
Yes.
Episode 30, tama to, episode 30.
30 on 30.
Ito yung year end natin, tapos yung awards, di ba?
Natin yung kung sino yung magaling manghula. Huwag nang itutuloy yung kanyang panghuhula kasi wala siyang
wala siyang karapatang manghula sa 2022.
Okay, yan.
And so, it's all fun and games anyway. Pero, we gave our explanations din kasi kung bakit magkakatotoo. So, there might be some of our predictions that will push through. Okay? Maybe all. Hindi natin alam. So, yun. So, before we end, meron pa ba nung yung tapatan with with Jay, with the trivia?
And then next ano
Next
yan?
episode.
Magtuos tayo sa susunod. Hindi ako ready. Ang matatanong ko sa'yo dito kung ano yung stasyon na sumunod pagtapos ng BMAP.
I think Jay, I think Jay will have to do that next episode na.
Tsaka
Okay.
paghahandaan ko si Lance. Diyos ko po. Si Lance yan eh.
Grabe naman, para namang napaka-geek naman nung Claro.
Yeah. Oh, we have to our sponsor pala. Just
Oo.
give him a
Oh,
shout out.
sakto, nagugutom na ako, Claro.
Yeah, Sir Jay's hungry, so go to homemadeph.com and order a home-cooked meal or a scrumptious dessert. Sarap this Christmas, thanks to them. I really love the cheesecake. I think that's chocolate or peanut butter. I forgot, but they're really good. Use the code Who the Heck and you will get 10% off your bill. Perfect for Sir Jay, no?
Yeah.
Nag-drive-thru nga si Sir Jay ngayon eh. Anong drive-thru no?
Told
Delivers
you I'm hungry. Told you.
si Jay ngayon, ang homemade na PH. So,
Oh.
and code Who the Heck and then get 10% off your final price. Tama ba? Final price. Okay.
Yes, tama. Off your bill.
Awesome possum.
Okay.
Okay, so 2021 has just started and we are in for a treat in terms of sports ngayong taon. Maraming mangyayari kasi maraming hindi nangyari noong 2020. So, gaya nga nung sabi ng commercial ng Nescafe, babangon tayo sa lahat ng bagay, sa buhay, sa mga plano, at even sa sports, babangon lahat yung mga liga na yan. And that makes 2021 even more exciting. And with all the predictions that we mentioned earlier, some of them could come true. Some of them are bogus. Some of them may not. But at the end of the day, we just predicted because we are fans. And at the end of it all, who the heck are we anyway to say those predictions?